Hello, everyone. Welcome to Laugh and Learn. Today we're exploring Ango, peaceful dwelling modern practice with my guest, Jillie from Little Zen Crone. What can this centuries-old Buddhist retreat teach us about slowing down, reconnecting, and finding the stillness in daily life? Watch, perhaps you'll find out. We hope that you are going to be joining us. Please give us a like and subscribe to both of our channels. Jillie, thanks for joining me.
Oh my goodness. Thank you for having me.
I am thrilled.
It's been a long time.
Yes, this is Jillie, Little Zen Crone. Please go over and show your support by subscribing to her channel.
Hi, everyone.
Also, yes. I am excited to have you here, especially this topic came up. Well, Jillie and I did, it's been almost 2 years since we did the Laugh and Learn about Zen.
Oh, wow. I guess that's true. Yeah.
Yes. And it is linked below. So if you would like to catch up on that, please feel free. Would you remind everybody of who you are and how you are a good person to speak with about Ango?
Well, I'm Jillie, Little Zen Crone, and I am a ordained Soto Zen Buddhist priest.
Mm-hmm.
I've been ordained for 7 years.
Very nice.
And I have been practicing Zen Buddhism for 25-ish years.
Mm-hmm.
So I've done a couple of Angos, not in a monastery. I've never lived in a monastery, or I've never really even been to a monastery, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
Our Zendos are small and home-based. And so, and for me, my Zen community, we all meet on Zoom, which is lovely.
Mm-hmm.
You get to meet people all over the world. So that's my little background.
Well, which is how I connected with you online.
We connected through Tarot first.
Yes, through Tarot first.
Yep. And then it was during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
I think I had just been ordained. I was ordained just before the pandemic. So I think I've been ordained 6 years. Sorry. Couldn't do the math.
Well, and so what has been great, I have been fortunate enough to join some of Jillie's book discussions.
Mm-hmm.
Which
and ceremony too.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Ceremony.
Yes. What's a fascinating thing, Jillie makes it okay for someone to be there and not know what's going on and be encouraged to ask the question to help them be present.
My goodness, absolutely.
So
you don't even have to be a Buddhist to be a part of our community. You don't have to think, oh, I need to become a Buddhist. You don't have to, you can be Catholic and sit meditation with us. Absolutely. I used to meditate with a bunch of nuns. When I say a bunch, there were like 10. And we had it was Sister Stephanie that was the chanter. And she started the chants, and she was, at the time, she was 93.
Oh, wow.
It was,
what do you call a collective of nuns? Somebody in chat has got to know. We do have people who are joining us. I'd like to say hello to them.
Sure.
Shine Truth has joined us. Heather is here. Hello.
Hey, Heather.
Barbara has joined us.
Hi, Barbara.
Nalani from Hypnicity.
Hello.
We have Deb from Purple Elephant, Deb H.
Hey, Deb. How are you?
And I do believe Nalani is a new subscriber to you, Joe.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
You will not be disappointed. Heather says, I enjoy Jillie so much. She's such a lovely person and someone I can catch crystals about. And Heather has put in your chat. I have put in below, I've put in all of your socials. So if
Thank
people
you.
would like to be able to connect with you, show support, they can do that by following the links. I do have to remind everyone that this is for entertainment purposes only. Do not make any decisions based upon what we say. Seek professional assistance. Really.
Yes, really. I really need to go in. I told you that I let Henry out before this, but he's ringing the bell. So we're going to hear it ring for an hour, or I'm going to let him out. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves.
Henry is her lovely, her lovely boxer, who is cute and adorable, and gets jealous when anybody else is talking.
He's used to having just he and me, so when he hears me talking in a different voice talking to me, he's like, "Wait a minute, what is that?"
Yeah. Nalani says, "I resonate with the Buddhist practices."
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
And Heather's like, "OMG, I meant to chat. You can chat crystals about." Because you were just on her channel.
Yes, I was.
So excellent. Well, today we're doing a laugh and learn about Ango. Mm-hmm. And so what is the practice of Ango? Tell it to me like I've just shown up in a laugh and learn on Gerald's channel and I have no idea what this is.
Okay, well, if you go on to the Google and you look at up Ango, you're going to see different definitions of that word in different languages. So like in I think it's Ecuadorian Spanish, it means a stubborn person. That's not what we're talking about.
No.
Ango in Japanese means peaceful dwelling, and I love that. Mm-hmm. And Ango started back in the Buddha's time. And for anybody who doesn't know, if you can picture India as kind of a diamond shape, I think, and up in what would be the northeast portion, the flat part of India, is Nepal and northern India. Kapilavastu is up there. This was where the Buddha hung out for his life. And so and he had this large like tribe of monks following him. And then later on, the nuns came. And so he had lots of people that were following him on his routes, talking to different people. And they, they just followed him wherever they went. Lots of walking. Mm-hmm. So then during the rainy season, of course, it got hard to do that because the rains came, there was flooding, the weather was miserable. So they came away to different places. Jeddah Grove is one of them. That was a monastery, where it was a place. It wasn't a monastery yet, but it was a place that somebody had donated to them. And they would come away for the rainy season, and they would use that time to listen to the Buddha, to go through periods of intensive training, to learn from him, and to learn from each other, and to meditate more, and just kind of have this time of intensive practice. Yes. So as you know, the millennia goes, we come to now, and Ango traditionally was done in the monasteries only. You didn't have people at home really doing Ango, because if you think about, a 90-day practice, and it was very intensive and very regimented, of course, in the monasteries. But over the years, especially I think in Western culture and in America and in Western cultures, there are very few large monasteries in the United States. Mm-hmm. Most people practice at home, and many people are solitary practitioners. Mm-hmm. They don't go to a Zendo. They don't have a Zendo that's available to them, or Zen center. So Ango is any period, any 90-day period that you want to take. I usually do a 90-day period between October and December, because December 8th is it's called Rohats, and it's the Buddha's Enlightenment Day. So I take 90 days and we do a 90-day practice of, I think what has happened is that it's become like Buddhist Lent. So we've, you know, when you say that it's a time of intensive practice, you know, we in Western culture think, okay, what have I got to give up?
Yes.
So it's become like Lent. And yes, there are Buddhist practitioners who give up chocolate. And then on Rohats, or at the end of their Ango period, they gorge on chocolate. In my Zen community, the community that I teach at, I don't teach that way. My practice is, what can I give to my practice? What more can I do? What's one thing more that I can do for 90 days? So that's how I see it, and that's how I teach it in my world. So in the monastery, you'd be getting up earlier, you'd be meditating longer, you'd have longer periods of silence, you would have, you know, longer periods of study. At home, it's a lot different than that.
Yes.
Because maybe you do choose to get up earlier. Maybe you do choose to add some more time to your sitting practice. Maybe you choose to not do any of those things.
Yes, more people have come in. It's great to see everybody. Thank you so much for being here. This is my friend Jillie, Little Zen Crone. Please go over and subscribe to her channel. All of her socials are connected, as are ways you can support the channels. One of the things that I did a little bit of research on, I love the idea of the deepening the practice. Especially during the monsoon. Who wants to go out during the monsoon if you don't have to? But today, it's really a communal and personal discipline. It's got the opportunity to dwell intentionally and to reduce the distractions and try to do that integration of mindfulness in your daily life.
Well, right.
Yeah, so it's like you said, you could, you know, extend your zazen.
Absolutely.
And we're not talking like a lot.
No.
Small things intentionally done have a huge impact.
Look, you could, you know, I don't know how many people out there have a daily meditation practice, but even, you know, if we make it, so I have a daily meditation practice and I sit for 20 minutes. So if I said, okay, for 90 days, I'm going to sit for 30 minutes, that last 10 minutes, I'm going to be, I don't know, making grocery lists in my head, trying to figure out, like, when is it over? When is it over? You know, like so for me, and how I teach this is that instead of trying to go all out, you know, do the little things. So maybe it's that I'm going to sit for my 20 minutes and 5 more breaths.
Yes.
Maybe it's that I'm going to take 3 mindful breaths before I take my first sip of coffee in the morning.
Yes.
You know, or before I draw my tarot cards.
Yes. Nalani has said it's the little things that really matter.
Yes, you're right.
Well, and I do have to say, in the practicing with Jillie and attending the sits, Jillie has always said, you know, I am not a person who meditates well. Everybody knows this. This is not a surprise to Jillie. But Jillie's like going, can you sit for 15 minutes? No. Can you sit for 5? because if you can sit for 5, do it. There's also that, can you sit for 1 minute with full intention? That's better than not sitting.
That's how I started.
Yeah, I love
When
that.
When I started, I was mentally not in a good space at all.
Mhm.
And I was sitting to try to gain some ground, to come back to myself. And my teacher said, he is a Vietnam War vet, and he was a smoker. So he had a real raspy voice, and he was like, okay, you're gonna sit for 20 minutes every day. And I was like, I can't sit for 20 minutes. Well, can you sit for 15? I can't sit for 15. Well, what can you do? I said, I don't know, like 1. He's like, oh, for God's sake. All right, then just sit for a minute. Get used to that.
And see, what's really important is your teacher met you exactly where you were.
Well, you have to do that. You have to meet everybody where they are.
Yes.
Some people can meditate very easily. Some people just have that about them. I still, if you're sitting in a Zen center, you're sitting still, When I'm sitting in my home Zendo, if my leg cramps up, well, even if I'm sitting in a Zen center, just saying, if my leg cramps up, I'm moving.
Mm-hmm.
If you have to be comfortably uncomfortable.
Yes.
And I mean that sitting in silence for 20 minutes is not an easy thing to do.
No. More people have come in. Raven Tarot Meditation, Sunrise Jesus, who says, you crack me up, Jillie.
Oh, thanks. I hope that's a good thing.
Yes.
Can you mute me so I can go and get my dog?
Of course.
Thank you. In
the meantime, I am going to, we'll do this. This section of the video is brought to you by the word gratitude. Everyone say it with me. Gratitude. Gratitude. The state of being grateful. Thankfulness. I am filled with gratitude when you like, share, and subscribe to our channels. Gratitude. I'm a big fan of gratitude.
Me too.
It's gratitude month. And Heather has to go. Bye, Heather. Thank you. Timmy said, I'm an advocate of meditation.
Me too.
Mm-hmm. Yes. One of these days, Jillie's going to get me to do meditation.
I am.
One of these days. Everybody stay tuned. I think, I was thinking about this as you were talking about the practice of Ango. That's sort of like when we had to shelter in place. We had an opportunity to do that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So.
Or think about, it doesn't have to be 90 days. Like,
yes.
It could be a weekend when you're snowed in.
Yes.
It could be a day. Mm-hmm. It could be a morning.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Donna Riedler has joined us.
Hey, Donna. Thanks for being here.
Yes. Wasn't Donna recently a guest on your channel?
Mm-hmm. Yes, she was. She was on Wine and Tarot with me. We had a great time.
Yes. So what does Ango mean for you personally?
Well, I thought about this, Gerald. And I think what it means for me is a time to definitely reflect, fine-tune my practice. It's always an opportunity for me to learn more or to review. I'm sorry.
Hey, dogs are a part of it, and he knows when you're meditating, doesn't he?
he comes in and lays on top of me when I'm meditating. Yes.
I love that.
Yeah, so it's a time for learning. Right now we are reading a book together in our Zen community. And then I'm also reading another book like on the side and it's one that I've read and loved. It's called Old Path, White Clouds. It's by Thich Nhat Hanh. And it's a book about the Buddha's life. And I'm listening to it I listen to it every night before I go to bed, and it's lovely. And then I'm just really trying to, I have this thing that it's not my thing. Okay. It's really it's a Buddhist thing, but I put my words to it. So, the sacred pause,
Love the sacred pause.
the sacred pause is, if everybody was able to take the sacred pause, the world would be a much different place than it is today, for sure. So the sacred pause is when we are, I call it when we get hooked. When somebody says something to you and you get really pissed off and you open your mouth and the words come out, or, God forbid you take a swing at somebody, or it could also be, generally it's about things like that. It's about fear. It's about what happens to us and then the reaction. And you want to put a space between that. That's the sacred pause. So for me, Ango is really about practicing that sacred pause. And I kind of anchor that to activities that I do all the time. So like I said before, taking 3 breaths before I take my first sip of coffee in the morning, or taking 3 breaths before I draw my tarot cards, or before I get in the shower, or, so just practicing that and making it, just every time you practice it, the groove kind of gets a little bit deeper, right?
Yes. The sacred pause relates to something I talked about recently on my channel with Jennifer from My Holistic Self. The idea of becoming the observer, having awareness of when we've got to pause long enough to go, wait a minute, something's going on. I don't know what it is. I just know I have choices of how to respond.
I think the key to that is being able to identify what's going on in your body. And to be able to do that, you've got to slow down.
Yes.
So you've got to know when somebody says something that pisses you off, generally we feel that in the same place. For me, it's my chest. My chest starts to get tight, Fear is totally different. When I'm scared, it's in my stomach. So to be able to identify that, then yes, you can become the observer, because that feeling is there. It's like red alert. Uh-oh.
Yes. Timmy said, in the future, people may view the COVID shutdown as a time when the world was reset, perhaps for the better. Needed change is always painful.
Yes.
Yes. Kim B has joined us. Hello, Kim.
Hello.
And Lynn is sitting in their truck listening to us.
Hello, Lynn. How nice of you to sit while you're listening in your truck.
The sacred pause. This could be another laugh and learn. We could talk about that perhaps if you were up for it, and if people liked the idea of this enough.
Sure.
Was there anything else well, let me ask you this. Do others who are watching have an Ango practice? I'm curious about that. And was there anything else you wanted to add about what the practice is for you personally?
Before we go on.
Yeah, go on to whatever you want.
I have lots to, I can. Good. I don't want to. Okay.
No. Here, let me do this. Go for it, Jillie. This is good, everybody.
I said a little bit about, back in the day when I was first ordained, my teachers were very adamant that I keep Zen and tarot separate. And I resented that, to be fair. But now I can look back and I think I see the purpose in it, because I needed to, like, I was a brand new priest. I was a newbie priest. I needed to learn how to be a priest. And, you know, I needed to concentrate on that. But the farther I got down the road with tarot, and then figuring out that in fact I'm a witch, and being able to say that word, I really felt like oh my, like my first thing was, oh my gosh, like, do I have to give up being a priest? And I took my own advice. No, you can be a Catholic and be a Buddhist. So, and in fact, you know, I've been reading, and this witch thing is fairly new. It's just been within the past couple of years. But I was reading Spiral Dance by Starhawk. What a beautiful book that is.
It's a beautiful book.
It's a classic. It is a classic. But she was talking about the tenets, and I don't know if that's the correct word, so correct me if I'm wrong, but like the tenets of witchcraft and the tenets of a coven. And they are almost word for word the same as the precepts in Buddhism. You know, respect life, respect each other, respect your body, don't steal.
Surprise, everybody.
Everything is interconnected. There's this thing called Indra's Net. Has anybody heard of Indra's Net? Have you heard of Indra's Net, Gerald?
I have not.
Indra was a king, and I can't remember what, I cannot remember the details, okay? But there was a net filled with crystals, and each crystal reflected all of the others. And I feel like this, like, it's just like a big Indra's net. It is all, we are all interconnected. We are more alike than we are different.
I agree. Timmy has shared, almost all of my problems result from me going too fast. Slowing down is as difficult as speeding up.
Me too, Timmy.
Yes.
Me too.
Donna asked, how long ago did you identify as a witch, Jillie?
It was during the pandemic, because I'll tell you when it happened, and it was like a kind of like a lightning bolt moment for me. And it came when I was reading The Once and Future Witches by Alex E. Harrow. If you have not read that book, it is a wonderful book, and it really kind of brings home it really defined it for me. Alex is spelt with an IX.
Okay. And what was the title of it? The Once and
Future Witches.
Okay. Donna said, I read that book. It was great.
It was really good.
Yes. Timmy said, we all spring from the same root, I think. Donna said, we are each a facet on a giant spinning disco ball.
Yes.
Yeah. And Timmy, of course, now hears September playing, or maybe Boogie Nights with the ball. So I think I mean, so did you actually say how long you've identified as a witch? It happened during the pandemic.
Oh, okay. So during the pandemic, it had to have been like 20. So that's 5 years. But I think for like probably 4 of those 5 years, I really had a problem saying the W word. And I know I told you that, Gerald.
Yes.
And, you know, to be honest, I wish that it didn't carry the
stigma.
That Yeah. I wish that it didn't carry the stigma, but maybe we can change that. You know, if I hide in the closet and listen, if you're hiding in the closet, I'm not here to judge that either, because I get why people need to do that.
Yes.
But if we all stay in the closet, then nothing changes.
Correct. It is courageous to know you are in the closet and be willing to open the closet door and to peek out. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people in Zen world that I think there are a lot of people who understand, and there are a lot of people who don't.
Yes.
And I'm all right with that now.
Mm-hmm. It is an interesting thing. Yes. Especially when you have someone like me who is in a book discussion who goes, "Hi, I'm Gerald. I'm gay and I'm a witch and I'm studying Buddhism." And what's great is people like going, and
Yeah.
so
Yeah, we were all like, okay.
yeah. Timmy said the 21st century needs all the witches it can get.
I think so. I
Mm-hmm.
agree.
Donna said, I'd be honored to consider myself a witch, but I feel that I'm more of a dabbler than a true practitioner.
Is it so? Let's talk about this word, and this maybe goes a little bit off of Ango, but not really.
Go for it.
Because what I hear from people when they hear, you know, a 90-day practice, or, you know, a month-long practice, a week-long practice, is, oh, I can't do it for that long.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be consistent. So I'm wondering with Donna, is it like consistency? Is it because you have so many interests? I mean, like, I have a lot of interests, but I just know in my bones that I am a Zen priest. Like, you can't take that from me. And
Right.
And I am also a witch, and you can't take that from me either.
Mm-hmm.
And my practice is just a little like, I'm learning.
Yes.
You know, I'm learning, but I do feel like it's something. And, you know, let's talk about this, like, because your practice is your practice, whether it's a Zen practice or a witchy practice, or whatever practice it is that you have, it's your practice. Nobody's sitting there telling you how often you have to do it, or when you have to do it, or,
Yes.
you know.
Yes. I think the idea of Ango can be a nice way for us to understand what it means to be in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And if that moment is colored by witchcraft, great. If it's colored by Buddhism, great. If it's colored by Christianity, great. Judaism, great. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, do you occupy it? Does it feel good and
That's
comfortable
right.
for you? Does it also support you to make the best choices that you can?
Yes. Yes, that's important too.
Mm-hmm.
I also think that Ango weaves wonderfully with Samhain, with the season of Samhain,
Yes.
because this is, I'm calling this Slowvember.
Slowvember.
Slowvember, yeah. And can I do a commercial quickly?
Please.
So I am doing a monthly publication. It's over on Buy Me a Coffee, and the URL is
Oh gosh. Sorry, that was me.
That's okay. Did you want it? Can you type it?
I'm gonna find it.
It's coff.ee
Got it.
/ Little Zen Crone. So it's a 50-page, 45-page e-zine that I put out every month, and it's about tarot and witchcraft and astrology and the moon and all kinds of good things. And I started doing it because I had notes in so many different places. And so I started gathering them all together and putting these works of my heart out there. They're $3. And I think they're well worth it. So,
I love that.
anyway, yeah, so I called November Slowember this month, because it's a time, it's Samhain, so it's a time where we're going inward, where we're slowing down. We're slowing down before, like, the big push for the holidays come, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is a perfect time for Ango. It is an Ango. Whatever it is that you're learning, you don't have to learn Buddhism. If you want to study something in your witchcraft practice, it's an Ango.
Yes. Timmy said, I know in my bones that there is more to life than the mundane things I perceive.
Yes.
Donna did share, I do have many interests, but I also don't feel that I have a specific direction spiritually, so I keep trying things out.
And I think that's a really, really good and important idea, is to keep trying things out until you come upon the thing that you feel home with. You know it when you come upon it.
As well as all of those experiences are informing you and helping you along. It's leading you to the next thing. Yeah, I think that's beautiful.
Donna, I'm going to be 67 years old in December, and I just figured out that I'm a witch 5 years ago. So
Woo!
I'm a late bloomer.
We also have from Purple Elephant Deb H. It doesn't matter what you practice, only that you practice.
Mm-hmm.
Donna also said, I've been getting great card readings following along with the Crone's Compass.
Oh, they are really good spreads. I like them.
Mm-hmm. And Timmy is like, we all embody the Fool as we start a new journey.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I love that. See, by the way, in case people didn't know, I do have the best chatters.
You do have the best chatters.
And not only that, I have the best chatters. I have the best lurkers. I have the work lurkers, and I have the future lurkers. Ooh. Which, if you want to show this off that you are a best chatter, you can purchase TarotStache merchandise that says best chatter.
Wow, look at that.
It's available in different colors and not only as a sweatshirt.
That is lovely.
There you go. Donna said, LOL, Jillie, I think I'm part of the late bloomers club.
And that's okay. I think when you're a late bloomer, like, it really sticks. Like, I don't know, you really know.
Yes. And Henry has something to say.
Always.
Well, good. I like that. How can people draw from the spirit of Ango in their own lives?
I think, I just touched upon that a little bit. Mm-hmm. Whatever it is, whatever your practice is, whether, it's a witchcraft practice, or, whatever it is that you're doing, a rune practice, whatever, ask yourself, what's one thing more that I can do? What's one thing more? It could be waking up in the morning. I'm telling you, I'm loving the dark mornings, because I get up in the morning and I come out to the living room and I light a candle.
Okay.
And this is what I walk over, I light my candle, I go over to where the coffee is, I pour my coffee, I take my 3 breaths, and I go back and I sit down and drink my coffee in candlelight.
Very nice.
And that is, it doesn't have to be elaborate. It can be anything.
I think it's extremely powerful. And you've said this all throughout this conversation, Jillie. It's the one small thing done with intention over a period of time, a chosen period of time.
Yes.
Which leads us and gives us an opportunity to experience ourselves differently in the world.
Right. And so hopefully, these one things that you do, these little things that we do, they create growth. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So even if someday I miss sitting on the couch lighting the candle, or I just kind of grow out of doing that, there'll be something else that's there. There'll be, I'm sure that, come the summertime, I may not be lighting a candle in the morning because it's light out at 5 a.m. But I might be sitting on the porch or pulling weeds or doing something else but it's the mindful intent that you do it with.
The mindfulness is so very important.
We're rarely present.
No, I am rarely present.
Right. Well, it's a human thing. We're rarely present. And then we grew up in the generation that somehow multitasking got to be a really good thing to do. And I think that was a mistake, Yeah, just do one thing at a time.
Yes.
I have to remind myself of that all the time. Just do one thing at a time. I'll be sitting here doing something and think, oh, I've got to get up and do that. Do something else. And then I'm doing something else and I think, oh, geez, now I got to go do this. And by that, I've not accomplished really anything. So I'm really, this is one thing that I'm really doing. I'm really forcing myself to finish one thing before I start something else.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It goes for knitting projects too.
Only one knitting project, Jill?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I had to pare it down because the sweater's still in the knitting basket.
Nalani said, I'm 65 and practicing kindness and working on releasing duality.
Oh, that's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big one.
Yes. Donna said, I have a church right next to my house and the bell rings 3 times a day. Perfect built-in reminder to take a pause.
Absolutely.
What's that called in the practice when the bell rings?
The mindful bell, the mindfulness bell.
Yes. We talked about that in some of our book discussions.
Yes, there's a mindful, you can get an app. It's called Mindful Bell. And you can set it for random or you can set it for different intervals. And when the bell rings, you just stop and come take a couple breaths and come back to yourself.
Mm-hmm. Kimby said, I have my daily rituals. I am always open to learning new things that call to me. Love tarot, pull cards for myself every day. Want to read for people and help them. And in order to read for people, you have to practice. A great way to get better at reading is to do a lot of readings.
And I think I'm kind of doing the same thing. I'm reading live. I do a Monday morning at 9:00 in the morning live. It's called Cup and a Card. Come on over if you want to have a reading done. But what I'm doing is I'm trying to take a breath before I give an answer because I find myself, and this is a nerve thing, like it's a nervous thing because you want to have the right answers for people. You want to give them something that's going to help them. But the cards.
Yes. Eliza is here. Hello.
Hi, Eliza.
I'm glad you're here for this discussion. Timmy did say multitasking linear tasks is foolish. Multitasking parallel tasks is magic.
Ooh.
There you go. Timmy will be on with me tomorrow as we talk about our duality pairs number 5 tomorrow.
Oh, wow. What time?
That is 2 p.m.
Oh, I'll have to be there. I'm going to have to think about that one for a while. Say it again, Gerald.
Multitasking linear tasks is foolish. Multitasking parallel tasks is magic.
I got to get my head around that.
So tomorrow is duality number 6, the motivation.
Nice.
And I think, when we look at the idea of Ango and we cut it down, we really, like you've said, it's just one thing done with intention over a period of time.
One thing my Reiki teacher taught me, which I also teach in Zen, is energy follows intent.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are doing this with pure intention, then it can only work for the good.
Yes. Mm-hmm. That's very true. I want to know what people who are watching or enjoying the playback, how they might be able to apply the spirit of Ango in their lives. I remember you talking about, Jillie, washing dishes with intention.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just washing dishes. That was something that I did during Ango, and I think it was a couple years ago. And it's sort of stuck with me. I can't say that I'm 100% with it, but so I wash the dishes and I'm listening to an audiobook. So I decided during Ango that I was just going to wash the dishes and not have an audiobook going, but just be present with those dishes and just wash them and take my time. And it was really hard. Yes. Like in the beginning, it was really hard. Like I felt like, oh geez, why did I say I was going to do this one? but it's become a, I don't know. It's just become something that I do now. I don't have to have that noise. I can do it in silence, and I can do it and be present with the dishes.
I love that. In preparation for this, I'm working with Quill, my AI assistant, who has reminded me, I love this, Gerald's daily practice, clearing a surface, walking mindfully, and setting a daily point of focus mirror the essence of Ango in structure and intention. My AI just called me out because I have not done that for the last 3-4 weeks. It's like, go back to that, Gerald.
And that's it. Like, there's no guilt about it. It's just a constant coming back. It's a constant coming back to ourselves, because yes, we are human beings and we are rarely present. So it's just noticing that and just coming back to ourselves with no judgment.
Mm-hmm. Tea Garden Chicken said, like stacking functions in permaculture, multi equals multitasks in magic, when you can stack things for the permaculture. Donna shared, while brushing my teeth, that 2 minutes seems eternal, so I try to have it mean something. I like that. That means something. That's beautiful. We've touched base a little bit on bridging traditions. Mm-hmm. I put this up there because it's very important. These are not exclusive principles.
No.
You can call it whatever you want.
Right. You can call it Samhain. You can call it a daily practice. Like it doesn't have to be labeled Ango.
Yes. It could be honoring your ancestors. Mm-hmm. Doing that, which is a lot of times what happens during Samhain. We honor our ancestors. As you said, Jillie, we are moving into the darker part of the year, mm-hmm, where traditionally we wouldn't have had as much interaction. Now we all have these devices that truly connect.
Yeah.
So
and it's the making it a daily practice that makes it, I think, meaningful. And that doesn't mean that we think of it as a forever practice. It means that we think, okay, I'm going to do this practice today, and then I'm going to do it tomorrow, and it's like one day at a time.
Yes. Which is an important thing. We can only deal with what is now.
That is all we've got. In reality, that is it. We've only got the present moment.
Yes.
Because the past is dust and the future hasn't happened yet. This is it right here.
Yes. Mosaic Insight is drive-by love to all. Hello. So might there be something for you to encourage or challenge people who are watching to do?
If I were going to challenge people to do one thing, I think it would be to challenge people to learn to do the sacred pause. And we learn that by practicing it in the time where we don't need it. So to take an activity that you do every day. So whether that's doing the dishes, pouring your coffee, starting your car, whatever it is, before you do that thing, take 3 mindful breaths and really be intentional about that. Take 3 mindful breaths and bring yourself into the presence. That is the sacred pause. And we use the sacred pause. The sacred pause creates space, and it creates space between an action, something that happens to us, and the reaction that we would normally have.
Yes.
That may not be skillful.
Mm-hmm. The sacred pause is not going to correct all of the difficult things in your life.
No.
I think what it does is it creates space so we can see the things that we are doing differently.
Mm-hmm.
And I use that word specifically. It's neither good nor bad. These things just are. If we notice them exactly as they are, it gives us this opportunity to go, oh, that's what that looks like. That's what happens. Mm-hmm. So. Henry's having water right now because everybody should be hydrating. If you're not hydrating.
I think that learning the sacred pause before American Thanksgiving would be a good practice. We all have that relative that just gets under our skin.
Yeah, I also think I might be that relative in some cases. I know, surprise. I have a quote here that I want to put up, which is, during the rainy season, the monks remain in one place, devoted to practice and study. Ango, how do you apply this? How do you apply devotion to a practice and study in your life? Is it picking up that great American novel that you've always wanted to read?
Right.
And reading a page every day? Or is it reading a paragraph every day? Reading a chapter, it's okay.
That's right.
Nalani said, observe without judgment is my latest favorite pause.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Very true. Very true. Jill, what do you have coming up next, Jillie?
Oh my goodness. I have, let me think. Well, I have, like I said, Monday mornings at 9:00, I do Cup and a Card. So you can come, we chat, and it's a real small group right now. I just started it not long ago, but we chat a lot, and we read cards. I read for people. Mm-hmm. That's every Monday. Then I have a series that I've started called the Rune Circle, and we're going through the runes one by one in order. and talking. It's recorded, it's not live, but I talk a little bit about the runes, what the rune means, some of the correspondences that you might not think about, like with crystals and plants and such. So that's a very short video. I am also starting. I have a big moon. It's become a big moon practice.
That's beautiful. I love that for you.
So I am starting a moon practice video where we go through all of the moon phases, and there'll be worksheets, free worksheets, downloaded worksheets that you can get with that. That will be coming up. It'll start on the new moon in November, which I think is the 24th. I think it's the 24th. My next live will be right around the new moon, and I should have my calendar, and I don't. Oh, I do. Look at that. Hold, please. Let me check.
Well, of course. And by the way, yes, it is 9 a.m. Eastern, Nalani.
Thank you. Yes, 9 a.m. Yep. Here's Wine and Tarot, and who is going to be on with me? Oh, so the lovely Ginger Faye will be on with me.
Very nice.
November, right? Yep. And it's either going to be the 24th or the 25th, that Friday or Saturday. I'm not sure yet, so just watch for the thumbnail to come up. But that is a Wine and Tarot is a lovely time of drinking wine and talking about. I usually talk with a guest and ask them about their tarot practice and whatever else they're practicing with. And I make them work. So they bring a tarot spread, and we all do the tarot spread together, the people in the chat. So we'll be doing that on the 24th or the 25th.
I do want to say Wine and Tarot is just the title.
Yes.
You don't have to be drinking wine.
Oh, no, you don't have to be drinking wine.
I do recommend that you drink something, because I am a person who, we're all dehydrated.
Absolutely.
Drink more water, people. Drink more water.
Yep. I have my water right here. I've been drinking tea.
I have put up your Buy Me a Coffee.
Thank you.
.com/Little Zen Crone.
Thank you.
It has been delightful having you here, Jillie. Thank you.
It's been delightful being here. It's so nice to chat with you again.
Yes. And this came up because I saw Jillie was mentioned Ango. This had been percolating for a while, and I finally messaged Jillie, and I'm like, I'm trying to find this thing that you talked about, that was a thing that you did for a certain something or other, and she knew exactly what I was talking about. So I hope this was beneficial for everyone. And
I hope everyone liked it.
I think so. And so thank you for joining us in this circle of connection that Jillie has created. May your next quiet moment be its own Ango, a peaceful dwelling wherever you are. Be sure to like, subscribe, and keep learning with us. Everyone, take care, and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.